Welcome to the place where sunlight never shines. It's the world of darkness, where beautiful karst formations are created. Weird creatures thrive, both intriguing and scary at the same time. They maintain the balance of the cave ecosystem in a cycle of life, death, and decay. However, as the sun sets, these cave creatures are no match to the magnificence of the kings of the night flight, the bats. Flying out of their roosting area as night falls, bats are mammals that live in huge groups called colonies. Some are insectivorous, which help to control the population of harmful insects. According to research, a normal insect bat will be able to consume half its weight in insects per night. Another type of bat is the frugivorous bat. They act as pollinators and seed dispersers. Did you know that without bats, there wouldn't be any durians for us to eat? Unfortunately, the destruction of the limestone caves and quarrying activities have not only marred the beauty of nature, but also destroyed their homes. Further deforestation and forest fires have driven them into human territories. Leaving behind piles of guano, bats are often misconceived as pests, which should be exterminated. As a result of human ignorance and destruction to their homes, their numbers are slowly declining, and soon they will be gone. Therefore, a group of students from SMK King George V has decided to do what no other school has ever done. That is, to save the bat colony roosting in the attic of the main building. Meet Team Eco-Preneurs and join them in their efforts to raise awareness about bats and to clean up the guano in the attic, which affects the students' health. In order to effectively help the bats, the team must first identify the species of bats living in their school. Just for this purpose, the team invited Dr. Lim Lee Sim, a biologist from USM, and a scientific officer for the Dark Cave Conservation Site to their school to identify them. Armed with a net, Dr. Lim's assistant, Mr. Wong, ventured into the sweltering hot attic. It wasn't easy to net the bats, but in the end, he successfully bagged a healthy specimen. Next up was the fruit bats roosting near the staff room. They proved much easier to catch as they were captured with just one clap of the net. The team then chanced upon an uncommon species hidden behind a drain pipe. About 15 of them flew out when Mr. Wong prodded them with the net. At least he still caught 4 specimens, good enough for identification. A very excited team then headed to the lab to find out the names of their furry friends. Dr. Lim referred to books, measured wingspans, took the length of their ears, weighed them, and many more. Even the team members were curious as to the results. Finally, the 3 species of bats were identified as the narrow-winged brown bat, the short-nosed fruit bat, and the black-bearded tomb bat. After being identified, the bats were then freed. Next, the team decided to clean up the smelly guano in the attic. A few school workers volunteered to do the tedious job as it was unsafe for the students to do so. The cleaning went well, and the result was 200 kilograms of guano altogether. The guano was not wasted as the team found a good use for it. It is converted into guano tea, which is a good fertilizer for plants. To make sure that the bats really do not return, the attic is sprayed with eucalyptus oil, which is an effective repellent. To prevent the bats from coming back into the attic, it had to be sealed with wire mesh. Netting was also fitted at every entry point. The final result is a clean and bat-free attic. Now that the entry point has been sealed, the bats will have no place to go. The team then decided to create a new home for the bats. After going through a lot of hard work, the team proudly unveils their bat house. Now it's time to test the effectiveness of it. The bat houses are installed at the gable, right at the bats' previous entry points to the attic. Hopefully, the bats will enter their new homes. The team also created an LDR device that they hope will attract insects to the bat houses, and subsequently the bats too. A quick look that night showed that the LDR was functioning well. The next challenging agenda was to create awareness among the students on the importance of bat conservation. The info corner managed to draw lots of visitors. Here, students can find out interesting facts about bats. They also did a quiz to test their knowledge of these furry creatures. The team also took their quest online on Facebook to further publicize their effort. However, the most eye-catching subject was the bat mascot painting holding a scroll. Here, students penned down their pledge to save the bats. In a short while, the whole scroll was full. Many competitions were held throughout the campaign. One was a singing contest, which left the students in stitches over the singer's comical antics. Anyhow, the objectives were achieved. Next was the bat walk, and this was the winner. The students also used their creativity to create posters in their efforts to save the bats. In the middle of the campaign, a narrow-winged brown bat was found in a classroom. Its left wing was sheared off by a rotating fan. Some caring students rescued it and handed it over to the team. Feeding on worms and drinking water from a syringe, it was slowly nursed back to health. Today, it may not be able to fly, but it is still capable of moving around looking for food. The presence of this bat is a golden opportunity for the team to test whether a bat house really works. At first, the bat crawled around looking unsure. Finally, it decided that the bat house would be its new home. This proves that the bat house is a success. What this group of students did may be a small step, but it may one day become the solution to the problems of bats encroaching into human settlements. We believe that humans and bats can coexist harmoniously in this biosphere.